In this example, the earnings before interest and tax, the EBIT, will have three subcomponents: the total revenue, cost, and tax. We add these components to the EBIT by firstly selecting the EBIT node, clicking on the Add Node icon, and specifying 3 nodes. Next, we set the name of each of the 3 nodes. We first select the node, then click on the Edit icon. We can set the name of the node, the real and budget value, and optionally the description. We do this again for the cost and tax nodes. In this example, the revenue is made up of 2 processes, A and B. To add these, we select the revenue node, click on the Add Node icon, and specify 2 nodes to add. Again, we edit the names for each node, setting their names to Process A and Process B. The next level down from these 2 processes in this example are 4 activities. We set each name to activity 1, 2, 3, and 4. The structure of Process B in this example is identical to Process A. Rather than adding 4 separate nodes to Process B, we can simply copy and paste the Process A branch. Also, the cost branch in this example will have an identical structure to the revenue branch. Again, we can simply copy and paste the process branches into the cost branch. The next step is to set the mathematical relationships for each branch. In this example, the value of our process nodes are the summation of their activities. One way of specifying this is to select a process node and then clicking the math icon. This brings in the math equation window for the selected node. To add a node's value into the equation, we simply click on the node or drag it into the math window. Plus, minus, multiply, and divide symbols are input from the keyboard. Once complete, we click the Close button. The math icon on the bottom right corner of the process node indicates that its value is calculated from its children. For simple math equations like this, we can save time by using the math generation tools from the right-click menu. We right-click on Process B, select Generate Math, Summative, and click on Summative Children. The cost branch in this example is purely summative. Rather than setting the summative math at each level, we can simply right-click on the cost node and choose the Summative Children to Leaf option. Logical math equations are also supported. If, for example, activity 1 of process A in the cost branch has a bottleneck at 100 units, the math equation for the process can become incorrect. We select the process, then click on the math icon. Within the math window, we can add a logical if statement by selecting the Add icon. Next, we introduce the condition and set the return value if that condition is met. We can also add other conditions if applicable. Finally, when complete, we export the tree.